Switzerland has a mild intermountain valley climate and cold mountains. It is generally a temperate climate, but there are considerable differences in different regions. The Swiss climate is transitional, from the marine climate in the west to the continental climate in the east. There is an glacial environment in the mountains, and the temperature in the mountainous area decreases with the rise of altitude, while the southern Switzerland is close to the Mediterranean climate area, and the climate is more comfortable. Some cold-resistant palms grow in the southern valley of Switzerland. Summer is warmer and humid, accompanied by regular rainfall, which is suitable for grazing. Winter is drier, and stable weather will last for weeks in alpine areas, while when low areas are affected by inverse temperature, the sun cannot be seen for weeks. Israel can be divided into 4 different regional terrains, including coastal plains, central hills, Jordanian Rift Valley, and Negev Desert. Half of Israel's land is the Great Desert, geographically the Negev Desert, which is an extension of the Sinai Peninsula. Climate: Israel's climate is Mediterranean. June to September is a long, hot and rainy summer, but in the Mediterranean coastal areas are still quite humid in summer, but in the central plateau area, and between November and March, it is relatively short, cool and rainy. Temperature: January is the coldest month. The average temperature ranges from 6 degrees Celsius to 15 degrees Celsius, 43 degrees Fahrenheit to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. In this season, the coastal areas are wet and cold, but the desert areas of the inland plateau are dry and cold. July and August are the hottest months. The average temperature ranges from 22 degrees Celsius to 33 degrees Celsius, from 72 degrees Fahrenheit to 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Some areas will also soar to 45 degrees Celsius, especially in desert cities such as Eilat. Most parts of Finland belong to the marine climate. Because of the influence of the North Atlantic warm current, Finland's climate is much milder than other regions with the same latitudes, such as Siberia and Greenland. June to August is the summer in Finland, with an average temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. Generally speaking, summer is the best season to travel to Finland. Because it is located at high latitudes, the lighting time in these months is particularly long. Even in the southern coastal areas, the summer sky will not be completely dark. In the northern Lapland region, the sun can't hang high for nearly 2 months. Finland cherishes the warm and short summer outside, killing a lot of time outdoors, hiking, fishing, hunting, golfing, cycling, canoeing. All sports close to nature are popular in Finland. When traveling to Finland at this time, you can also see the joy of people celebrating the Midsummer Festival. Denmark consists of the Jutland Peninsula and more than 400 other large and small islands. Overseas territories also include the Faroe Islands in the North Atlantic and Greenland, the world's largest island. Most of the territory is lowlands, with an altitude of less than 173 meters above sea level. Fertile agricultural land, hills, wetlands, swamps and forests are distributed in the land. Climate: Denmark has an temperate maritime climate. Because of the Atlantic warm current passing by and the low train, the climate is quite mild. The average temperature in January and February reaches 0 degrees Celsius. The sun is warm and abundant from May to August every year, which is the most suitable season for travel. The average temperature in August is 15 degrees Celsius. It is moist in autumn and dry in spring. There are 121 days of rain all year round, with an annual precipitation of 600 to 800 millimeters. Because Denmark is located in the north, the time and length of different seasons vary greatly. In winter, the sun can rise as late as 8:45 p.m. and sunset at 3:45 p.m. Norway is based on the Scandinavian mountains, and the plateaus in the country account for more than 70% of the country's area. In the south of the country, there are lakes and marshes, and the western coast is a fjord formed by glaciers. Sun and Jelling are Norway's famous fjord landscapes. The coastal continental sheds are wide, even more than twice as large as the local area. Some countries this oil is covered by Europe's largest glaciers, which is Europe's largest ice sheet besides Iceland. Climate: most areas have a temperate marine climate. Coastal areas are affected by the North Atlantic warm current, which are milder than other areas of the same latitude as the world, and most of the sea surfaces do not freeze in winter. The annual precipitation at the western slope of the mountain is about 2,000 to 4,000 millimeters, and the inland is 500 to 1,000 millimeters. The river water is sufficient, and the hydropower resources rank first in Europe. In some areas of the northern Arctic Circle, there will be daylight in summer and eternal night in winter. Sweden's terrain is quite diverse, mainly ice-eroded lakes during the Ice Age, coupled with the roll of faults. After the invasion of seawater, it has become a beautiful scenery everywhere in today's lake. Lapland, north of the Arctic Circle, spanning Norway, Sweden, and Finland, is the largest national park in Europe and retains a rare polar ecology. Climate: Sweden has a continental climate, with a big difference between the north and the south, and the drier and colder it goes to the north. Every year, it is winter, with an average temperature between 2 degrees Celsius and 15 degrees Celsius. June to August is summer, and the temperature is generally above 25 degrees Celsius. It occurs forever in June and July. September and October are autumn, and the average temperature is between 5 degrees Celsius and 18 degrees Celsius. Tourist attractions: famous Stockholm, Lapland, Great Lakes region, Uppsala, Swedish Royal Palace, Skansen Museum, etc. Canada shares a 5,525-mile, 8,890 kilometers, long border with the United States, including Alaska, the longest border in the world not patrolled by military forces, and the overwhelming majority of its population lives within 185 miles, 300 kilometers, of the international boundary. Although Canada shares many similarities with its southern neighbor, and, indeed, its popular culture and that of the United States are in many regards indistinguishable, the differences between the two countries, both temperamental and material, are profound. The central fact of Canadian history, observed the 20th century literary critic Northrop Frye, is the rejection of the American Revolution. Contemporary Canadians are inclined to favor orderly central government and a sense of community over individualism. In international affairs, they are more likely to serve the role of peacemaker instead of warrior, and, whether at home or abroad, they are likely to have a pluralistic way of viewing the world. New Zealand is divided into 16 places and Chatham Islands territories, of which 5 places such as Auckland, Gisborne, Tasman, Nelson and Marburg are divided into a single management area capital, Wellington. Climate: contrary to the time series of the Northern Hemisphere, New Zealand is located in the Southern Hemisphere. The 4 seasons are spring from September to November, summer from December to February, autumn from March to May, and winter from June to August. Basically, the North Island has a subtropical climate, and the South Island has a temperate climate, but the average daily maximum temperature still varies from city to city. Population: New Zealand has a population of about 4.5 million. New Zealand is a highly urbanized country, with about 72% of the population living in 16 major metropolitan areas, of which 53% live in Auckland, Christchurch, Wellington, and Hamilton. New Zealand cities are generally highly habitable. For example, Auckland was ranked 4th in the world's most human-friendly city in 2010, and Wellington ranked 12th. Germany is the 7th country with the largest number of inbound tourists in the world, reference 168, reference 169. In 2012, the number of overnight visitors reached 407 million, reference 170, including 68.83 million foreign tourists. In 2012, more than 30.4 million international tourists visited Germany. Berlin is the third highest number of visitors in Europe, c. 171. In addition, more than 30% of German nationals are on vacation in their own country, and the state with the largest number of visitors in the country is Mecklenburg-Western Pomerania. About 4,000 of Germany's 11,116 townships have been registered with the Tourism Bureau, of which 310 have been certified as sanatoriums or sea baths. Germany's direct contribution of domestic and international tourism to GDP reached €43.2 billion, after including indirect factors. Tourism contributed 4.5% of GDP and provided 2 million jobs, 4.8% of total employment. The Netherlands has splendid art and culture. It borders Belgium and Germany. The proportion of immigrants is very high, and many cultures intersect here. Walking in the Netherlands is a good idea. Visit museums, art centers, or enjoy all kinds of buildings to experience multiculturalism. Especially in Amsterdam, the beautiful canal is like an important bloodline, running through the whole city. It flows on every street and at every corner. Small boats and self-propelled cars are the main means of transportation here. The Netherlands is a typical marine climate country, so the climate belongs to a humid and rainy country. Amsterdam's climate is also humid. Because it often rains, the temperature is cool even in summer, and it may snow from November to April in winter.